So avid means an ardent desire,
Mm-hmm.
something he really wanted to desire.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the naked real's single shock. And in order to realize that, he
Mm-hmm.
had to shore. To shore here means to cut through something.
Okay.
He had to shore the cord of mind that
Mm-hmm.
ties the earth heart. And then what else did he have to do? He had to cast away the yoke of matter's law. So, two things he had to do here. He had to shore this cord of mind because this mind, this ignorant mind, ties the earth heart. And he
Okay.
had to also cast away the yoke of matter's law. And many times we have read about matter,
Mm-hmm.
but two things from the synthesis of yoga.
Mm.
Matter is a formation of life that has no real existence apart
Okay.
from the forming universal spirit, which gives it its energy and substance. So this is very, very lengthily explained in the Life Divine, but
Mm-hmm.
he shortened it here for us. We need to go through it a little bit carefully. That matter is a formation of life, and it has no real existence. So this is what Buddha saw, that matter had no real existence. But he
Mm-hmm.
didn't go quite far enough because he didn't see the universal informing spirit which gives matter its energy and its substance.
Mm-hmm.
Because matter is only an obscure form of the spirit.
Mm.
And then, just briefly in the Life Divine, he says, for there seems to be no reason why life should evolve out of material elements or mind out of living form, unless we accept the Vedantic solution that life is already involved in matter and mind in life, because in essence, matter is a form of veiled life, life a form of veiled consciousness. So now we have a much better sense of what matter actually is. It's actually nothing, nothing at all, unless it's informed by the universal spirit. It has no existence.
Okay.
Okay, now we have to continue on.
Thank you, Narad sir. That was it helped to understand. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. The body's rules bound not the spirit's powers. When life had stopped its beats, death broke not in. He dared to live when breath and thought were still.
Of this, we have heard about many, many yogis, how they could stop their heart for a couple of minutes. But Sri Aurobindo had to do that also. And he had to stop these beats of life. And when he did, death could not still come in. And so he dared to live when breath and thought were still.
Oh.
And
So is this the
happy,
super meditative state? Where,
well, we have to go back to where he is, and we have to look at what he has done to get there. He is indifferent to doubt. He's indifferent to belief. He wants this single shock of the naked real, and therefore he cut the cord of mind that ties the heart, earth heart, and he cast away the yoke of matter's law. This is because he actually is the avatar, although Sri Aurobindo has not told us yet of that.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so now the body's rules don't have any power over the spirit.
Hmm.
So he dared to live when breath and thought were still. Thus,
Okay.
thus could he.
Thus could he, thus could he step into that magic place which few can even glimpse with hurried glance, lifted for a moment from the mind's labeled works.
I don't believe I have a the in there, the minds. I just have from minds labored works.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Lifted from a moment. So
Now,
lifted for a moment.
for a moment, yes.
Yeah. Lifted for a moment from mind's labored works and the poverty of nature's earthly sight.
Okay. When he has done all of these things, cut that cord, stop the beats of his heart, then he could step into that magic place. And then Sri Aurobindo says, which few can even glimpse with a hurried glance. So even a hurried glance just they can't even glimpse it with that hurried glance.
Mm,
Therefore, Ashwapati is lifted for a moment from these labored works of mind and the poverty of nature's earthly sight. So obviously, we have this poverty of
yeah.
nature's earthly sight because the eagle and the hawk can see much, much clearer than we at great distances. At
Mhm.
2 mile elevation, a hawk can see a mouse on the ground. Two
Mhm. Right.
miles away, we can't
Yes.
see any of that. So let's continue on now
Sure.
because he's seeing much, much more.
Uh-huh. All that the gods have learned is their self known.
Hmm.
I think it's just.
So even these things that the gods, and these
Mhm.
gods are not the highest beings.
Uh-huh.
They're actually we could say almost servants of the divine, each with a certain power, but none of them with all powers. And so
Oh,
everything the gods have learned is there in that plane, self-known. Now we get into a very interesting area, so we'll go slowly. Now please continue.
sure. So Satej has joined, sitting next
Ah,
to me.
wonderful. Good. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's afternoon for him in India. Okay. All right. So, oh, yeah. There in a hidden chamber, closed and mute, are kept the record graphs of the cosmic scribe, and there the tables of the sacred law. There is the book of being's index page, the text and glossary of the Vedic truth, and there
Are
the
there.
rhythm
Are
are
there.
there, sorry, are there the rhythms and meters of the stars, significant of the movements of our fate, the symbol powers of number and of form, and the secret code of the history of the world, and nature's correspondence with the soul are written in the mystic heart of life.
So much here will have to end,
Yeah.
but I'll give us a beginning here.
Mhm.
So
There is the hidden. Yeah.
he sees this hidden chamber that
Mhm.
is closed and mute. So
Mm.
it's a hidden chamber that is closed and mute. And in that chamber are kept the record graphs of the cosmic scribe. So, and there the tables of the sacred law. This is where the Akashic records are kept. Sri Aurobindo is describing for us here the Akashic record, where everything that happens on Earth is written down by this cosmic scribe.
Chitragupta?
Hmm?
Is that Chitragupta who keeps writing whatever is going on the earth? I think that was one of
It's,
the
it is the cosmic scribe.
cosmic scribes. Okay.
And the scribe is someone who is like a secretary or a clerk. Everything has to be kept down, written down
Mhm.
in these Akashic records. Even the tables of the sacred law.
Mm.
Now, the sacred law is the law of divinity.
Okay.
Not law as we understand law, but,
Mhm.
he says in Essays in Philosophy and Yoga, law, for what we understand by law, is a single, immutably habitual movement or recurrence in nature, fruitful of a determined sequence of things. And that sequence must be clear, precise, limited to its formula, invariable. But I don't believe that's what he means here. I believe he means this process or formula of the divine, but the soul is the user of processes and exceeds formulas. So now he speaks of this book of being. There is the book of being's index page. And we have a nice comment from Alok and from Amal and from Nolini.
Mhm.
And I'll close with that and then you can read. Alok, the book of being is the eternal Veda, secret within the very heart of creation. The index page refers to the guide to this inner knowledge, which can be discovered by diving deep into the heart of creation or climbing to its highest peaks, as Ashwapati, the king seer, has done. When one has thus ascended, one can discover the hidden symbolic meaning behind everything, as an index page discloses the contents. And this is what the Tibetans did in their educational systems. They built these immense rooms that had thousands of drawers. And when a student wanted to study chemistry, there were hundreds of drawers for him to open. So this is basically what we are seeing here, that the hidden symbolic meaning behind everything. Now Amal says, when Ashwapati enters the occult cave, he finds among other wonders, hidden from the outer consciousness, an orderly guide, as in an index, to all the mysteries of existence. Mysteries such as the Rig Veda offers, through its system of ordinary objects, like those we find in outer life, especially cows, which were a very important part of the Vedic people's day to day career. Now, Nalini, in his very briefness, always brief, he calls this book of being the book of fundamental existence, static
Okay.
existence, the truth that exists. And so now Sri Aurobindo is even telling us the text and glossary of the Vedic truth are there. What else is there? The rhythms and meters of the stars, significant of the movements of our fate. This is pretty much now what we find in astrology.
Mm-hmm.
The symbol powers of number and of form, and the secret code of the history of the world, Akashic records, and nature's correspondence with the soul are written in the mystic heart of life. So A lot to read. Please begin.
Okay. The yoga of the spirit's freedom and greatness.
Good.
This knowledge first he had of time-born men, admitted through a curtain of bright mind that hangs between our thoughts and absolute sight. He found the occult cave, the mystic door, near to the well of vision in the soul, and entered where the wings of glory brood in the silent space where all is forever known. Indifferent to doubt and to belief, avid of the
Avid,
naked,
avid, avid.
sorry, avid, avid of the naked, real single shock, he shore the cord of mind that ties the earth heart and cast away the yoke of matter's law. The body's
You could do those
rules.
two lines a little better.
Okay.
Because you shore the cord in mind that ties the earth heart and cast away the yoke of matter's law.
Avid of the naked real single shock, he shore the cord of mind that ties the earth heart and cast away the yoke of matter's law. The body's rules bound not the spirit's powers. When life had stopped its beats, death broke not in. He dared to live when breath and thought was still. Thus he could step into that magic place which few can even glimpse with hurried glance. Lifted for a moment from mind's labored works and the poverty of nature's earthly sight, all
Then
that the
full
gods,
stop. How
yeah,
do you nature earthly sight? Full stop.
yeah, lifted for a moment from mind's labored works and the poverty of nature's earthly sight.
Good.
All that the gods have learned is their self known. There in a hidden chamber, closed and mute, are kept the record graphs of the cosmic scribe, and there the tables of the sacred law. There is there is the book of beings index page, the text and glossary of the Vedic truth, and there the rhythms and meters of the stars, significant of the movements of our fate, the symbol powers of number and of form, and the secret code of the history of the world, and nature's correspondence with the soul are written in the mystic heart of life.
Good, but you can still do better.
I know. I have to. I'm reading it for the first time, so but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I'm taking unnecessary pauses. I can understand. It loses the meaning in between. I'll keep reading this, Narad sir.
very good. Okay, see you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Okay,
again. Say
namaste.
namaste.
Namaste.